G'day and welcome back to OS First Timer. In this episode, Dinah's going to be exploring Newton OS 2.1 for the Apple Newton Messagepad 2100 from 1997. Will Dinah successfully be able to use this digital notepad, or will she fail to write a single word? Keep watching to find out. So here you are on the installation screen of Newton OS 2.1. Now Newton OS was written for the Apple Newton PDAs made by Apple between 1993 and 1997. They were discontinued in 1998.
Newton? So what is it, defy the laws of physics or something?
I'll show you. This is actually the device you're going to be using today, pretending it's this device.
So what was this, before the iPhone or something?
Yeah, this was before the iPhone.
It sounds so ancient.
It looks ancient too. It was a grey style. So do you know what that cost you back then?
I wouldn't have a clue.
In US dollars, $999 US.
For what? Something that looks like a little notepad?
Yeah, it comes with a little stylus.
I'd rather just the original notepad.
In US dollars equivalent in 2024 is $1,957 US, which in Australian dollars in 2024 would cost $2,956.
That's a very expensive notepad.
It's like a little phone, you know what I mean?
But does it ring?
Just a quick Google says that it assists you in making phone calls, faxing, printing, finding information, sending and receiving electronic mail, so you do emails and stuff.
Assist you, but like you couldn't do it yourself.
Today, if you wanted to buy the iPhone 15 Pro in Australian dollars, this is on Apple's Aussie website, you want the Pro Max with the big screen, the 6.7 inch display, just blue titanium, you choose what colour you want, natural titanium.
Why do they have pink?
But anyway, let's pretend you're just maxing out and you want a terabyte of storage, not just the measly 256 gigabytes. You want a terabyte. Well, you're looking at $2,899. So a maxed out iPhone today in Australian dollars, $2,899. This message pad back then, equivalent in today's money in Australia, would be $2,956. So this is more expensive.
Slightly more than the
maxed out iPhone. So this was an expensive device. Not many people could afford this thing.
Well, look, to save essentially $3,000, I'd just have a physical notebook and I'd just dial the number myself and not need any assistance. And you know what? I'd be quite satisfied saving that amount of money.
So I've got the specs here on the screen for anybody interested in just taking a look. You can see that it has a 16 level grayscale screen. So, you know, there's no color in this. And the resolution of this screen was only 480 by 320. Very low resolution. Battery life though was pretty decent at 12 to 36 hours. But it did have a slow single-core 162 megahertz processor and only 8 megabytes of RAM. It wasn't exactly going to be using much power. You've just bought this device, so it's sleeping.
It's sleeping now.
There, it's on now. I just turned the backlight on and off. Anyway, you've just bought this device. You spent almost $3,000 on it.
Just be mad.
Welcome. Please take a few minutes to go through this tour. You'll have an opportunity to personalize your Newton device. Click continue when you're ready. I mean tap, because it's tap. So the first thing you're going to do is tap in a line, then use your pen to type your name on the keyboard. So,
like oh, wait a sec. Oh, look. Oh.
No, you got to use the pen.
Where's the pen?
Sorry, your mouse is the pen. So you've got a stylus in your hand right now, and you're using that. So you type your name. No, on the keyboard. It was expecting you to go like D, I, like tap with your little pen touch screen, but just use your keyboard.
Yeah. Yep.
And then company, I guess you pop OSFirstTimer in there.
Okay, yep.
Okay, and then you just choose your country.
What, wherever I want to go?
No, where you live. It's not a teleportation device. It'd be worth the $3,000.
So why is it straight onto the USA?
Because that's where most people, I guess, would have been buying this from. But yeah, Australia's there. And then it goes on and on. Skip your phone number, and that one too. Set today's date. Now, the Messagepad 2100 was released on November 7th, 1997.
So maybe I should go back to that sort of thing.
What do you think would be a bit of an easier way to do that than holding your finger on that? Yeah, you can also just directly go back in time with that one.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. I had it before its time. So how about that? Let's see what it does.
I'd probably keep it to when it was released, just so we don't have any glitches. If you read it, it says you tap the top half to increase and the bottom half to decrease. See, that's how you do the numbers up and down.
Let's say I got it right on when it was released. There we go.
And then, yep, 12:09, that's actually the time. Perfect.
Continue.
And what is your handwriting more like? Is it more like this, or is it cursive when you do handwriting?
Probably like this.
Now you're just going to do your signature in here.
Do I do it with this?
Yeah, the mouse.
Oh, I hate doing that.
If you used your laptop to do this, you could have actually done a touch screen.
Oh. I hate trying to use it.
Well, there you go. That's your
like
signature.
That's...
But think, in real life, you would have been using the stylus.
I know,
on the screen.
and you would have,
Yeah.
and that would have been almost like the same thing as signing.
Yeah, it would have been a lot
Okay.
better. Okay, press continue. So yeah, this is Newton OS 2.1. And yeah, you've customized it, click done. You're ready to explore your device. So this is your home screen. This is like
How
the
exciting.
equivalent of being on the desktop.
Just
So
looks like a notepad, except I paid $3,000 for this notepad.
it's a $3,000. You can do a little bit more than just note taking though. So.
I would hope so.
And you know, you can have so many notes on it compared
Great,
to a
for
normal
$3,000,
notepad.
you know? I still can't get over this price.
You'd typically call this in the day, it'd be like a PDA,
Imagine how many
personal
notebooks
digital assistant.
you could buy with $3,000.
But
And it
you...
would store a lot more than this.
Oh, you never know. But how many of those notebooks could you store in your pocket? Not as many as
Well,
you can
let's just
store
say
this.
you had big pockets.
If you've got big pockets, you can afford a device like this. Okay, let's just move on. So your first task, if you remember, is what time is it?
12:10.
Okay, brilliant. Now let's just say you wanted to just go a step further and you wanted an actual clock on the screen. Do you know where you'd find the clock?
Would I find it? Or, extras, maybe some extras. I'll do extras. Let's have a look. Clock.
There you go, and there's your little clock.
Little, it's quite big. It's going to take up part of the notepad.
No, but think about how
no,
close
you
it.
can't. I was thinking you could go the side and shrink it, but you
No,
can't do
no.
that.
Do you want to put it away now?
Well, I just got it out. I mean...
Oh, you just want to leave it out? Okay.
But it's really big, isn't it?
So your next task is to write, save, open. You just said it was little before, and now you said it was
No, it's
big.
really big now.
Write, save, open, and delete a text document. So right now you've got the document, like literally,
Here's
it's
the
always
document
open.
here.
The documents and apps open on top. And this is actually called your backdrop, by the way. So the notes application is set as your backdrop, which I'll get to a bit later.
Oh, look.
So there's handwriting recognition. So you could actually start drawing a note now if you want. So literally...
Can I draw with this?
Yeah. So there's a few ways you can do this. Hello? Ella, you'd almost figured out what you were saying. Ella,
Well, not really.
how about you try? You can also type, but let's use the mouse. Let's see if you can get it to successfully write the sentence. Hello, how are you today? Be fast.
Oh.
Because if you're too slow... Okay, how would you get rid of that? What would you do on a real notepad?
Oh, I put a space between them.
What would you do on a real notepad is my
You
question.
go delete. Oh, wait a sec. Delete. Delete.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Delete.
But you could have also...
Oh, deleted it.
Okay, let's say you want to get rid of the whole thing in one... Like, what would you do on a real notepad? Yeah, you were actually on the right spot. Try and do it, like, scribble it out.
Okay. Oh, this is ridiculous. And I paid $3,000 for this. I want my money back.
Try and do, like, a line through it.
So annoying. There.
Okay, you usually can do
Seriously?
that. In my own practice, I was...
Yep.
You can't...
This is really...
Yeah, but so back in the olden days, you'd look less on the internet and you'd look more in a manual. So
And back in the olden days, you'd get a notepad and paper, and if you made a mistake, well, you'd either rub it out or you'd rip off the page and throw it away.
okay,
and
let's
start
look
again.
through the user's manual.
There's a big long user's manual
Yeah, it's hundreds of pages on how to use this little
to
device.
use a little notebook. This seriously come with this big long...
Yeah,
notebook?
it did.
This is one thing I'm glad I didn't have.
Wait, writing and drawing, erasing text and drawings. You erase text and pictures by scrubbing them out with a zigzag line. The zigzag line must go back and forth at least 4 times. You can
Like
draw
a
it.
W.
Yeah,
Okay.
so do a W.
W
Okay.
or an M.
So if you want to cross out a single word, you go a W on that
Okay.
one word. Or if you want to cross out the whole thing, you do that. or if you want to cross out part of it. See, this is what you'd read back. You'd actually go through the manual
And you couldn't just
read
click
it.
delete.
Get rid of that thing. Do a big W on.
Well, it said at least.
Yeah, so you can.
So.
Hey, we did it! See, reading the manual. Now can you?
Oh my gosh.
Get rid of this.
Okay. Get rid of the scribble.
Yeah. There we go. Hey, it's a cool animation. It's a $3,000 animation. Anyway.
And there's your money gone up. $3,000.
Maybe that's why they discontinued this. We might be referring to that manual quite a few times if you're having some trouble.
Mm-hmm.
So, we actually didn't do the task, which was to write, save, open, and delete a text block. Anyway,
Well,
let's
I
try save
deleted it.
So click where you want to first start drawing or writing.
Okay.
And then I'll show you the other ways you can write. Oh, no, it's going to go there, though.
Okay.
See if you can do this in a single thing and not be slow.
Well, it's very hard writing with a
Here we go.
mouse.
Hello, how are you? And if you can write that, you good job. Let's see if it recognizes your right. Oh, wow, you're writing it down. Hello, don't let go of the mouse. How? Let's see if its recognition is good. I mean, this is 1997. Handwriting recognition. Wow! On a portable little computer here that fits in the palm of your hand. Handwriting recognition. This is cool.
Oh.
Yep.
I say I'm trying to.
Let's see. Now, when you let go... It didn't work. Actually, I want to go.
Bearing in mind, in all fairness, you'd have a stylus, so you'd,
Yeah.
you know.
Retro Gamo. Okay. That's a new OSFirstTimer meme. That's a hetero gamer. Okay.
I could think of a meaning behind that. Anyway.
Okay. We'll end that now. You can also type like this. If you go down here, there's text, ink text, shapes, and sketches. So you can also do ink text, where it just literally is like, if you want it to actually be a...
Oh, with the darker bits, like where the pen finished it.
Yeah.
And yeah, I know what you mean. I can see that at below the first L.
Yeah, so like
Yeah, there.
that. So that's another option. Or you can just...
Or you could get a real notepad and a real ink pen and do this, and guess what? Voila.
Or you could just...
Save $3,000.
You could just type and be, you know, hello, how... What the heck?
I guess it's code.
No, I don't type like that. I know English. Hello? That's hello. How are you today? What font? Oh, I can see the today. You can tell. I can tell it's what font is selected here. Preferences. Maybe I'll just do normal printing. Okay, no. See, hello, how? Okay, there we go. Okay, you've
How
officially.
are you?
Okay, we'll leave it like that. You can also draw shapes. So continuing on, draw a few shapes. Let's say you want a square, a triangle, and a circle in that order. And where are you going to draw them? Oh, so right next to the how are you?
Square,
Yeah.
triangle, circle.
Oh, there you go. You did the circle good enough that it actually recognised it.
And a heart.
Okay, great. The only thing it recognised, did you notice, was the circle.
I
But
know.
if I try... See? Square.
Well, mine is cursive
Kind of.
writing.
Okay, well, there we go. And if you want to get rid of one of the lines, I guess you'd do that. And it got rid of one of the lines of the square. So there you go.
Wow.
Sketches. So if you want to be a little bit more fancy and you want to be like, okay, so this is a special message that we need to decode using the power of the triangle and this together, you know? And it's all referenced in this new algorithm here with... So you can, draw freely on this and you can go up and down the page. See that? It goes on and on. You can keep going with all your pages and stuff. So this notepad goes on. You can have a lot of space on this. You've made your note. Your next task... Oh, do you want to try some freehand sketching?
Oh, I can't even do eyes.
No, you do eyes as little lions. Wow, that is a creepy image. Okay, now let's say you want to delete. So you've got this saved.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's have a look. So that's if you want to print it, fax it to someone or beam it, duplicate. And this note is in your unfiled notes.
Okay.
Is this a business note?
No.
Is it a personal note?
Well, yes, I wouldn't want to
Okay.
share this with anyone.
And there we go.
So it's saved.
I think so. Let me have a look. So you're in your unfiled notes. And if we click that and switch to personal, and then how do you think you'd make a new note? Like if you want this in your personal, new, yep. So go ahead. And is it a checklist, an outline,
it's a
a recording? And there you go. There's your note. And this is a new note.
Delete.
And it goes in the bin and you can delete that one.
Delete.
There you go. Very
we go.
interesting. Okay, so that is write, save, open and delete a text document. Now, let's just actually see how well it recognises your handwriting full
Oh, look
stop.
at that too. It got
Actually,
undo. So if you did something, let's just say
Yeah.
you created this
Okay.
fantastic drawing and
you
you
messed it up.
accidentally
Okay,
did
try
it. Okay, wait.
Let go.
I want to do a doggy. I can't do eyes.
Mum, if
His
that's
head.
how you draw dogs,
And his legs and his tail.
can I just ask who draws a dog like that? No, seriously, the way you've drawn that dog.
There we go. And I just need eyes. Oh, wait a sec. What's happening with his eyes?
Hey,
It's like he's
Dad.
got black eyes.
Dad, come have a look at this picture quick before she deletes it. That's a dog, apparently, that she drew.
Ears,
All right, yeah.
tail,
Do you think that looks
That-
like a dog?
his little paws.
Looks like a
I can't do a face though.
vacuum cleaner with a pole on top of it.
How do you do a face?
Is that looking at the back of the dog? I can't work it out. That looks like the back
No,
of the
the
dog.
front of the dog.
Really?
Because there's his two paws. Like his front legs like that. You know how dogs sit
Actually,
with
no,
their...
it looks like a whale crashing into the ocean. That's got the flipper up in the air. That's like the flipper of a
Oh
whale.
my goodness, you two
And there's
are
a
just
banana
so
over there.
silly. That's his tail. You know how
Okay.
dogs sit down and they've got their back legs like that, and then there's his little paws.
Can
like
you please
that.
calculate
Oh.
1 million?
Okay, undo.
There you go. So the undo, but it only works once.
Oh, it only does
So
that.
can you now calculate 1,347,984? No.
Okay,
Where's the
wait,
calculator?
I'll just find it. Can I type in calculator?
Well, you could before, but it's wrong. Look, I don't know what's happened to the keyboard.
Oh, it's a very strange calculator.
It's not usually like when I set this up myself,
Okay,
it
I'll just
works.
go to extras. Calculator. There we go.
Yep, and close the finding thing.
Close that.
Yep.
So 1 million.
No.
Yeah.
1,347,000. Yeah. 1,347,984.
Yeah, 1,347,884. Yeah.
Divided by 2024.
202.
And this will make you feel like it's an original OS First Timer
Equals.
episode in the past. 666, the famous calculator
You love
thing.
that.
I used to do that all the time. This is an episode of OS First Timer where we flash back because there's a bit of a meme going around that OS First Timer is really AI First Timer at the moment.
You don't even do operating systems anymore.
All you do is bloody AI.
Bring back the operating systems.
I'm enjoying all this AI stuff though. I really am because like it seems to be, you know, what's
What's at play here
what's
is
new and you
it's
know.
the Mr. Bean effect.
Yeah, I know.
The Mr. Bean effect is, everyone sort of likes Mr. Bean the way he is all silly and stuff. Then as soon as he tries to be sort of serious, Mr. Bean, go back to being all dumb where you don't talk and you just make funny little sounds and act like the Mr. Bean effect. When we're not doing operating systems,
I know, but it
people
doesn't mean
feel
we're
like-
never going to do operating systems again. We are. But
Feel.
at the same time, why not just look at what's currently happening? Be, you know, in with the times and...
I'll tell you what I feel that's is going to be something in the future with AI. So in the future, I do see an operating system where it has no software on it. It's a blank operating system. And you say, oh, I want a program that does this, and that program just appears there. Then when you get rid of that program, it disappears. Do you get what I mean? I see that as an AI and OS combined in the future, where
I'd like to try that.
whatever program you want to use, you just explain, I want to use a program that does this, and then it just appears on your computer and you start using it. You
But
get
then
what I mean?
wouldn't want it disappeared. I mean, I wouldn't want it
Oh,
to
they
go
might
away
have a
because
save
you
option.
might then, you might then want to use that one again.
Yeah, and then you can add icons to the desktop. Oh, I want a program that does this, and then you can, I guess, expand on the programs as you use them. But anyway, we better get back to this.
Just first of all, go and get me a piece of paper and a pen, because I want to do something to prove something, because this thing is very hard to try and do things.
Where would I find a piece of paper? That's a problem with piece of papers. You've always got to find a piece of paper, and you've always got to find a pen. But a device like this,
well, you'd have to find this too. You could
you buy this,
and if you misplace it, goodness me, $3,000 lost. At least with a pen and paper, if you misplace it, well, what is it? $1. Now, just to show you, because you seem to think that this is how I used to always, when I was little, that's the little feet. Should we have pointy ears? Very innocently, look, that's how I drew a dog.
Put it close up to the camera so they can all see.
That's
There's
how,
the dog.
and the front paws, and gosh.
Was that a common thing? Did everyone draw like that back in your day? Or was that just
Well, that's
something
how
you
someone
invented?
taught me how to draw a dog.
Okay.
And I just drew it ever since.
Who was this person?
I don't remember. I was a kid.
I'd like to know what person teaches a kid how to draw that. Okay, anyway, moving on. Can you now change the desktop background? And I will tell you right away, this has no desktop background. So I'm going to modify that task. That's turning the backlight on.
Well, it's changed the background. There you go.
So I'll just, we'll refer to the manual for this one.
Now, if you combined this with AI, you could just simply say to it, change the background, and it would change it.
Yeah.
And you could say what you'd like it changed to. So imagine this device combined with AI.
Yeah. So since you can't change the background, we're going to be changing the backdrop. Now, the backdrop is the application you see when you close all other applications. So you know what that means. When you close all other applications, you've got the backdrop. So when you first receive your message pad, I like that. When you first receive your message pad, when you first drop $3,000 on your message pad, it's not when you receive it, when you buy it. The acting is, oh yeah, we just give it to you for free. Notepad is set as the backdrop, but you can change it if you want to use a specific application like Namefile more than Notepad or something. You get what I mean? So the way this is set up, there's always a program open on this. There's never a blank desktop, because I think, what's the point of a blank desktop? Would that be weird if your desktop background wasn't a program?
Yep.
Okay, well go ahead. How do you think you'd actually change the backdrop now? So you want to make it a different application as the backdrop. You don't want it to be Notepad anymore.
Okay, so I'd go into my extras. Oh, that's how it assists you doing the calls, I guess.
You can click on the call if you
No,
want.
I'm not. Okay, let's make it time zones.
And how do you think you'd set that?
No, I don't like that. I don't know. How do you
What's
do
that thing do, by the way?
this one?
Oh, okay, that's just...
That just
Don't delete Japan. Oh, no, it's an unnamed city in Japan. So,
I don't know.
let's go back. I'll tell you where you would do it, just so you get on the right track. It's somewhere in this screen here. When this is open, that's where you actually change it.
Let's quit Einstein.
Don't quit Einstein. So that's if you put it to the side.
Yeah.
So it's not rotate. Don't rotate again. Nothing is selected.
I have no idea how to change this background.
The backdrop. Okay, I'll tell you what you do. Do a sort of a little mini scribble on one of the programs that you want to set as a backdrop. You've selected time zones. Now, it's that weird email icon. And then you click make the backdrop. Now times and click OK. You sure you want to make that the backdrop? And now, always open in the background is not your notes application, but that time, like that. That's your background now.
Yes.
You could have a calculator as your backdrop as well. I think the most useful thing to have, though, if you ask me, I would have the extras drawer as the background. See, make extras the backdrop. Yep.
Okay, so that will always
And then
be.
that means when you close everything, you see all your programs.
Well, that's more like an actual
desktop. Yeah.
with all your icons or apps.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
pretty
That's
cool.
more logical. And then you can go into.
Yeah, notes.
I actually want to get rid of this one now. I'm over it.
Before we continue, I'm about to let you explore the operating system yourself now. Just see a few applications before we shut it down, but I want to do a challenge with you. If I go to setup here and writing practice. I want to see who is better at writing the suggested word. So let's see who gets the most accurate. So can you write the word joined?
Oh, it's so thick.
Yeah, it shouldn't be like that.
Why is it thick?
Yeah, I'm confused as well.
Oh, why do you do it?
Okay, joined. And the accuracy, I got, supposed to be the little joined though, the little J, 75%. 75% confident that I wrote the word
Okay,
joined.
let me try.
Let's see if you
Same
can
word. Go to
do
same word.
Yep, same word. So here you go.
But how you have to do it fast, do you?
Yeah, do it sort of fast.
It's so impatient. I'm going to do it again.
Okay, try again.
Why is my one always having problems? Why is it doing that?
You're doing it too close together. You need to have the word a bit bigger. But so the first thing you keep doing wrong, you're getting more used to it now. Okay.
There. 78%. I beat you.
For the word Ned.
I did joined. It
I
knows
know.
I did joined. It's just on your side.
So I think
right
that the thing is, if you just started writing up here, because you kept doing this with your J,
yeah, but that it is.
but I would have done it like this.
Oh, above the line.
Above the
Oh,
line.
but I thought that was a line and you do...
No,
because
you're
that now
supposed-
looks like a
You're
capital
supposed to
J.
write above the line.
Okay, I didn't know that.
And now I'm at 78%. So now
Okay.
you've got to beat 78%. Here we go. Now you got to start. See what you. Who does their J's like that? You did it from the bottom.
See, now it disappears.
Okay, bigger. Good job.
It gets it away all the time.
Because you're too slow.
Oh, it doesn't give me a chance. It's on your side.
It's not on my side.
It is.
Oh, good job.
No.
It still thinks it's IMED. I think it's also looking at the way you're writing it, and it's finding like you doing the J a bit weird. Okay, I think we will. And these are the easy words. There's harder words later on.
Forget it.
So
It's
I think.
just on you. It's very
Can I just say
biased.
something?
It's on your side.
I want to see if it's this biased. Can you put your finger? I'll control the movement of the mouse, and it's your finger that does the clicking. Okay? And I just want to see if it works this time. Okay?
What do you mean?
So you do the clicking, and I'm going to do the drawing. Okay, let go. Go.
There.
No, do it again. Yep. Let go. Oh, this is so...
Nah.
It's too
Forget
slow,
it. This
but
is
yeah.
painful.
Yeah, but generally, you know what? It just goes like that. You know, it shouldn't be too hard. Joined 81%. I'm getting better every time. See, practice good. Anyway, can you do easy words, hard words, numbers, dates, phone numbers? Yeah. So what's a hard word? Out of interest, swam.
Okay, let me do the hard word.
Why do you want to do a hard word?
Yeah, of course.
Wait a sec. Oh, then it just disappears.
This is like an actual challenge just to write a single word and get this $3,000 device recognizing what you're writing.
This is like a game in itself.
Who thought the writing... Oh, yeah, because it's the deleting thing.
Oh.
The W. I'm sure I could do it. I'm sure. But we're going to end this game here.
What if I just kept disappearing all the time?
Swam. Nice, 90%. And that was a hard one. I'm good at this game writing practice. Writing practice on the Newton OS 2.1. See who can beat me. 90% on the word swam. Okay, imagine if that was an actual challenge. Okay, so that's that. Let's have a little bit more of a look at what else you can do on this device. So let's say you wanted to do some currency conversion.
Okay, let's say, so we know notes.
Notes. Calls.
We know what that
Just
would
click on it just to see what the app looks like. So yeah, you put in the name, the phone number. Oh, so you can...
So you still have...
And then you click place call.
It's
Yeah,
like
I
an
see.
address. Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
Dock. That's if you're docking it to something, so you're not going to do that.
Card.
No card is inserted. You know calculator, formulas. So what do you want to do? A loan repayment, a date conversion, currency exchange, if you want to exchange currencies.
Let's do a currency exchange.
Okay, how much of the US dollar are we converting to Japanese yen? Or do you want an Australian dollar?
No, we'll do Japanese yen. $5. So do I
Anything.
draw it? 5.
Only numbers are allowed in this. Yes, you
what's
did
the
it.
number?
Good job. $5 is 557 yen.
Okay,
Back
there we
then.
go. Time zones, we know about that. We know
The
about the clock.
And then you got your styles there. So that's if you want to change the pen and the style and stuff of the Notepad application. And then some preferences with your sleep and handwriting recognition and all of that.
So is this it's like a little alarm clock as well?
Wait, handwriting recognition. Go to that. Yeah, you can do alarm clocks and stuff. Fine tuning. Transfer my write immediately or after a delay. You can make it less impatient.
Yes.
So you would make it a lot less impatient.
Yes.
I see. Okay. There's also alarm and recording settings.
Essentially, it's like an alarm clock, a recorder device, like
Yep.
a tape recorder,
A calculator, your phone.
calculator, and...
It's quite a few. So it's not just a notepad. You've got a bit more in one.
So the device itself does actually phone. Does it have a SIM card in it?
Let's look at the manual. Let's look at when you don't know, you
It
go
says
to the
it
manual.
helps you place a call.
Yeah, it's always assist. So let's.
But
say
what does that
phone.
mean? Do you
Yeah.
connect it to a phone? Or
Yeah.
has it
Calls.
got a phone?
So it says calls. That app is for making and logging telephone calls. You can use calls to keep track of your telephone calls and to place calls. If you want to use a modem to place a call, make sure both the modem and the telephone are connected to the same line.
Oh, you do have to have a separate telephone.
Anyway,
No way.
or a modem or
So
something.
this isn't. You paid $3,000 and you don't even get a phone
I mean-
built into it.
You'd think that would be a pretty good thing to put in at the time, actually, when you think about it. If this could be if this was like a back then iPhone,
Yeah, but it wouldn't
it's not,
obviously
it's-
have because the towers weren't around to give it.
there were mobile phones back then. There were mobile phones in the 80s.
I know, but this is a little one. The mobile phones in the 80s were huge devices. This doesn't.
There's a little
I'm
1997.
thinking of those other really big. Oh, that maybe it was in the
Yeah, the
80s.
80s you're thinking of, but they're not that big.
Because I mean, I didn't even have a mobile phone in the 90s.
They do have these big antennas, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it.
And your own info, and there you are. It can
What
do
about
more stuff.
styles? That was
Yeah, that was
was the
styles. You
styles.
can change the font, casual and fancy and stuff.
Do fancy.
Let's do italic. I've got to draw it into text. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
And then you've of course got the pen can be a bigger, the thicker one. See? Okay. What do you think about this device?
It's hard not to be biased when you consider what we have today, the
Yeah.
advances of technology, and what this was.
People are thinking like,
Back then,
you fit a calculator in your pocket. This is a calculator, and it's a notepad, and it's this, and
Yeah,
it's
but
that.
I'm sure if you had a notepad and a separate calculator, it wouldn't cost you $3,000.
But it wouldn't all fit in your pocket at the same time.
Get a handbag. You'd be able to afford a handbag to put all these things in because you wouldn't have spent
Yeah, but-
$3,000 on this.
Yeah, but
so
then-
you could afford. Actually, you could literally afford a really good handbag, like a named handbag.
But you couldn't do currency conversion. Is there a single device that does currency conversion? My currency conversion device.
Yeah, but I mean, how? Unless you're travelling type
Hmm.
thing. But in that case, you just. I
You
don't
definitely
know,
have enough money for
work
a
it
device
out.
like this. But anyway, I should note, these are the applications that comes by default. There
Well,
are
actually,
so...
you could afford to go on a little mini holiday if you didn't buy this device.
So you could buy games for it. See, there's this Zoo, amazing game with a twist,
Well,
So-
can't I just play that and have a quick look at that?
Unfortunately, I don't have any of these games. That doesn't come with it, but you got to buy them separately and stuff. But maybe in another episode of OSFirstTimer, we can go out trying out games for this device. You could play Crazy Dice 1.0, a Newton-based game of luck and strategy for multiple players, So
For multiple players,
Me-
but
yeah.
wait a second.
Yeah.
You'd need 2 of these devices.
No, you just have one person, and you're sitting down
you
at a
have a
bus
go
stop,
and then you
and
have
then
a
you
go.
say, "Hey, I got something worth $3,000 in my pocket.
gosh.
Let's play a little game together. It's Crazy Dice. It's a game of strategy and action." Yeah. Anyway, we will end this video of OSFirstTimer off here. Give me the final review. So you just thought it's just a bit lackluster for the price. In other words,
Yeah, I just feel that it's overpriced for what you're getting.
if
I
it
don't
was
know.
worth the equivalent in today's money of $200 back then, would a device in the 90s $200
Yeah,
for something be
because it was
worth
multiple
Yeah.
things and people
Okay.
like digital things
Yeah.
and
Okay.
But I just feel it was just overpriced for what you're getting.
How would you improve this device?
Well, actually, rather than have to be connected to the phone and the modem, actually
Built-in
be a
phone. Okay, so built-in phone. The screen. Do you think the screen is good enough?
It needs more it needs
Colour.
colours
Okay.
and stuff.
So the price is going to go way up for a coloured screen because they existed
No, the
back then.
price needs to come down. That's the
But
whole point.
it's what they had back then. The limits of technology. They don't just choose the price. Like they've got to make money from this device.
I was doing it with a mouse, which was quite hard, but I can imagine with a stylus.
Yeah, it'd be as
easier.
touch. Yeah. So overall, and do you think it should come with some games or?
Oh yeah,
So
absolutely.
you don't
If
have to
you're-
pay extra.
If you're spending that much, I would expect it to come with all the games.
Well, Apple would have to make their own games and stuff, but I guess,
Yeah.
you think Apple should have got some third-party developers to have some games to just include on it.
Yes.
But who's buying this? It's a PDA for business owners who are spending. It's not a little kid's gaming device. Are they going to be playing
Well,
games?
look at it this way. Look
at
at
the
your
office?
father. I mean, look how old he is, and he still playing his games
Okay.
and Fortnite and stuff. So,
Well, there we
you know,
go.
Are you saying that business people don't like playing games? Of course, they might like to just,
Yeah, but they
just
play games at
unwind
home on there. Back then, I guess they'd get their PlayStation 1 out or their Nintendo 64. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of OSFirstTimer, and we'll see you guys in the next episode.
See ya.